What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. This evening I have set out and I am on a shed mission. I'm scouting some public land, just walking around, enjoying the evening. We've got a lot of spots that I want to check. We don't have much time to check all of them. What I'm gonna do is check the spots that I think are gonna be the best. I'm in a bottom and I know these deer feed up top. There's a really big ridge behind me up to my left, and I'm sure they bed on this side. It's a south facing slope. The sun should be hitting them. Usually late season these deer like to be where the sun comes up first, just to get them warm, so they're going to bed close to food and just travel back and forth. So that's pretty much the game plan this evening, is check food and then check a little bit of the trails that are heading back up to bedding and see what we see. But y'all are along for the journey. If we find a shed, I'm probably gonna go crazy, but we're just gonna have a good evening, and you guys are riding shotgun for it. Feels good. It's like 45, I think, with a little bit of wind chill. I'm loving it. The sun's out. Got some trash. Pick that up. Anywhere you go, you see trash, just grab it. It's easy, but I don't know. I'm just stoked right now. I really have a good feeling about finding a shed this evening. I just kind of zigzagged through this field just a little bit on the right side of it. Now I'm gonna go up into this little bedding area slash thicket section and then work my way back down to the food and then zigzag that section. And that's pretty much what we're gonna do this evening. There's a lot of sign, a lot of good trails up where I just walked, but I think we're gonna have some good luck up in this thick stuff. If we can find some beds, a good bedding area, then I think we'll have a really good shot at finding an antler. That's what I'm hoping. These are the views, and just getting outside, walking around. Even if you don't find antlers, that's half the time I don't even come out here to look for antlers. I just come out here to enjoy, just freeze your mind. Sounds weird, but really does. Any outdoorsman will tell you the same exact thing. It's just refreshing. So let's head to the thicket, find some heavy trails, and get on some antlers. Let's go. I'm following an old road bed. We've got really good trails going up into this thick stuff right here, and then just a giant hillside right there. I would assume that they would bed on that. It's not far from food at all. You got thickets, you got water, you got a good hillside, good vantage point of anything that is down below it. The wind would be coming over their back so they could see down below and then smell whatever's behind them. I just want to find a real defined trail and follow that. We don't have much time till the sun goes down. We got to hit our best spots first. There's a little trail right there. So I'm just coming up upon a pretty good little clearing. I actually saw this on Onyx Maps and wanted to come check it out. The big hillside is still right there, but we have like a real kind of brushy clearing right here, and a lot of trails, a lot of old rubs, and a lot of sign from this past year are right through this. So I think we're gonna have to zigzag this. Hopefully, I mean, it looks like a real good spot for bedding too. Good grief. Okay, this could probably be from the snow. We've had a lot of snow and a lot of ice. Look at this. There's a tree right there. That one's broke. That one's broke. This whole group of trees right here is broke. Now that's like, that's been scraped or something. That's weird. That's broke, that's broke, that's broke. What the heck? Does this not look like somebody took a hatchet to this? Leave it down in the comments below if that does not look like somebody just took a hatchet and was just hitting that. That looks exactly like a hatchet, but why the heck would you do that? It is a hatchet. Look, you can see the chop marks right there. It's like all the way down through here. There's at least 12 trees right here that are like that, and there's more right here. There. I'm like actually confused. Like I'm a pretty good ways up in the woods right now. Is that like a marker? Like surveyors or something just come in here and smack a bunch of trees with a machete? I'm clueless. That is definitely something I've never seen up in the woods before. I mean, I guess somebody could have got a brand new hatchet and was just happy-go-lucky, just wanted to smack everything he possibly could. Or it's a Bigfoot, I don't know. So this is the hillside right here that I thought looked money, like absolutely pristine. It just looks like a staging area for food. Like they could bed, go to food, bed, go to food, and it's just really, really close. We've got a rub right there. As Jack Circle would say, this is ideal. So I'm gonna pick a trail, follow it back down to the field, and then we're just gonna zigzag back down through that and see what we can see. Well, folks, I think I have found what I'm looking for. A good path to go back out to the field. We got some deer dookies right there. Look at this. We got more there. And it's not a real beaten down path, but it's definitely a defined path going back out towards the field. So, we're choosing this one. I mean, we've got everything a deer could ask for, or a mountain lion, or a freaking bear. I think I just spooked something off. Sounded like an animal. This is what we want. Follow this down to the food, and who knows, where I usually find sheds most of the time in the past are trails going out to food or in the actual food source. I don't have really that many good bedding area spots to look for sheds. Ow. But if you have a good spot, you know, where deer are bedding, I would definitely check that, because deer spend a lot of time in their bed, and while they're eating, it's just a short period when they're traveling back and forth from bed to food. So food source, beds, that is where you need to look. It's a good sign. This trail has pretty fresh, actually really fresh tracks on it. We could have spooked the deer right out of here, but there's just trails everywhere. They're zigzagging through there. There's 100% beds on this hillside. There's way too many trails zigzagging for there not to be. I kind of hope I stumble upon one, so at least I know where one's at. There's a bunch of really good trails, and it's just thick, stinking thick. Maybe the next 15 minutes have a shed in hand, huh? That's what I'm hoping for. Talk about a public land trail right there. Look at this. That is fresh. Look at this. All down through there. Now, if only the bucks have shed their antlers right here on this trail, we should be looking pretty good, sitting pretty good. So we're coming down back into the field right now. Follow that trail all the way back down, and there's a lot of good sign. Just no sheds. So that was the first part, or the first place that I wanted to look. Now we're back out into the field. The wind's blowing, but we're gonna go zigzag and see what we can see out in this field. Well, I just followed that trail all the way down into the field. There's actually a lot of trails that join into that one trail. So that, I mean, that's the main trail that comes down into this little food area. They definitely come down here and feed. You can see here, they've already ate a lot of this stuff. They've ate a lot of the greenery out of here. I mean, they've pretty much eaten it down to the ground, eaten as much as they possibly can. Shed hunting is definitely hard when you don't know a spot that good. You don't know where the bedding is or where the food sources are at. You kind of just have to wander, pull up onX, and look for thickets, look for stuff that would possibly draw the deer in for food, and just go and walk. That's the best thing you can do. Well, we have walked and walked and walked till the sun has went down. No sheds in hand, but we did get a lot of good scouting done. That is always a plus for getting out and looking for sheds. You get some really good scouting in. So it's never a wasted day, even if people say, oh man, we just spent like however long or however many hours out here looking for sheds, came up empty-handed. Nah, there's always something you can take away when you're walking around. Just, you get to enjoy this. It's just awesome. You can't complain. I can't complain. But I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more videos like this to come on the channel of hiking around, looking for sheds. Hopefully we're more productive the next time. We actually have one really good shed hunt coming up I'm super excited about. If you guys haven't seen, I guess it was last year's shed hunt, we found 23 sheds in one day, and we're about to go over to that same property and do that again, hopefully next weekend, so you guys are gonna have to stay tuned for that video. Hopefully we can outdo it from last time with 23 sheds. Maybe we'll get 24, maybe 30. Is 30 like an unreasonable number to get to? Because that would be pretty stinking awesome. But that's the plan for next weekend. try to find some more sheds. But right now, I'm just like going shed crazy. I just want to find sheds. I want to log miles and just enjoy. Actually, I'm gonna check Onyx right now. We'll see how far we walk today. Let's see. I'm gonna cross this creek real quick. Hey, oh, hey, ha! There we go. So we walked 1.25 miles today and an hour and a half, which is not bad. So that was good. We still got some exercise today. Got to look a little bit, but we're getting a start on this shed season, and hopefully we come up with a couple of really nice sheds this year. I've already found my first one, so I was super stoked about that. It wasn't a freshie, it was last year's shed, but it was still a shed, so I was stinking pumped about it. But I guess that is gonna wrap up today's video. Make sure if you haven't subscribed, to please do so. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I post a new video. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. We'll catch you guys in the next one.